So, I've actually shot this video, or a video like this, like 3 times, but I didn't like it, so I didn't post it, obviously. Um, but I figured it's been a little bit. Let me get some content for y'all's face, and let's talk about shipping. Now, if you guys follow my other platforms, my other social media, again, guys, we're on the phone. It's back and forth, whatever. I could get on the GoPro, but it takes too long. And I just kind of want to get this to get edited tonight so I can post tomorrow morning for you guys. But if you're on my other social media platforms, you know that I have recently received a few animals in the mail, and typically no problems. Typically. Now, that's not when I say shipping without any problems, I don't necessarily mean like problems with the seller, the breeder, whatever you want to call them, but shipping in general. The generalization of just shipping the animals. Typically, the animals are shipped accordingly or properly. And I know that I've talked about shipping animals and how to do it. It's been like a year, but unfortunately, here we are having to talk about shipping. Now, I have a video coming up. I'm going to mention some names. I'm not going to really talk about what exactly they are, but I'm going to mention some names, and don't worry. You guys will be getting an update on the new species, or not so much new species, but an update on the species that I have recently kind of populated, got more into the collection or whatnot, and figured I'll show you guys. I'll show them off to you guys. But one of them, first, I got Cookie, right? She was the first animal shipped to me of the species, and she came from Rock Geckos. Justin over there at Red Rock, awesome guy. Communication, just anything and everything you could think about. You know, he was perfect. He handled stuff professionally. He answered all my questions professionally, and just a great guy. Great business, great company. I really, really, really recommend them. Great prices as well, and care to his animals, phenomenal. But a few days after I got Cookie, I got Pearl. And Pearl, not so great. Pearl came from Jones Geckos. Obviously, as you guys know by these names, obviously they're geckos. But Pearl came from Jones Geckos, and I will never do business with Jones Geckos again. Mainly when I got these animals through Morph Market, by the way. Morph Market is a great source to get your animals. If you're looking for something and your local people do not have it, Morph Market is the place to go. Highly recommended by, realistically, every breeder and keeper. Anyways, so he listed Pearl as 48 grams, and she was a 2014, meaning she was born in 2014. So 48 grams is kind of low for 2014, but it's like, all right, 48 grams, whatever. Animal got here, and I'll go over more about that. But when she got here, the card that was in there, it was an index card with her hatch date and her morphology and everything. Just morphology is what she is, her genes. But so the card said 42 grams. I'm like, okay, maybe the card was old. Nope. I put her on my scale and she is barely 40 grams. So that's a problem. Anyways, when you ship an animal, you are to ship that animal, and I'm pretty sure it's lawful. Like, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to ship any other way, but you are to ship that animal in a insulated box. Insulated just means has these, okay, styrofoam. Could be black, could be white, could be thicker, could be thinner. Who knows? Who cares? As long as it has insulation. Well, Jones geckos did not. Jones geckos had one on the bottom and 4 around the perimeter, right? So only 5 sheets of foam where it should be 6 for one on the top. Without the one on the top, with missing one, no matter where, that box is no longer insulated. If you had a heat pack in there, it may have sustained. It may have been enough. Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but the rabbits just took a piss. If you had a heat pack in there, it may have been enough to be okay. However, he included, and I don't know where it is right offhand, guys, but he included a care guide. And in the care guide, on the first page, it talked about animals, the species, getting a temperature below, being at temperatures below 60 degrees. When he shipped the animal here in Florida, right, mind you, he's way up the country, okay? Kansas, I think, I don't even know. But anyways, in Florida, when he shipped, it was below 57. So in your own care guide, you're talking about the animals dropping to below 60, yet you shipped an animal without insulation, without heat, below 50 in the state that it was retrieved at. Now, as you guys know, geologically speaking, Florida is a warmer climate than northern states, right? Than realistically any states north of us. We're typically, generally, a little bit warmer. So I'm left to assume, without actually going back and researching, I'm left to assume that the state of dispatch was even cooler, and the path of dispatch was cooler than it was here in Florida. Again, that's assumptions. Could be wrong, I guess. Regardless, I got a before or not so much a before and after picture, but mainly because I really didn't think I'd have this issue. I didn't think that I would have this problem. So I didn't think about taking a picture when I got Cookie, because that's generally how animals are supposed to be shipped. So I didn't think, oh, hey, let me take a picture of Cookie so I can compare it to this or to that, because again, that's just generally how animals are shipped. I keep switching hands, guys, I'm sorry. So I reached out to Justin over there at Rock Geckos, and he sent me a picture of what he uses for heat, 2 different methods of heat packs that he uses. Both are awesome methods. There's several methods that you guys could use if you plan on shipping, or if you plan on receiving. There's several different heat packs and methods of heating that you may get in your box. So he sent me a picture of that, so I'll put that here. Okay, so the one is reusable, the other is not. So again, great methods, great methods for heat. The non-reusable, basically the one-time use, that is typically what most of your shippers will ship with your animals. This is how your box should look like. And again, this is from Red Rock Geckos. Justin sent me this picture. Okay, this is not an animal. This is a staged box. Just because when I asked him, he didn't actually have an animal to send out right then and there, and I wouldn't really want someone else's box, just because for whatever reason, wouldn't want someone seeing this and be like, oh, that's my box, why, whatever. So we just had him stage it up and send me the picture. So again, that's that. And this is how Pearl came in. Now, this is just without any care whatsoever. Obviously, I messaged Jones Geckos. I don't even know his name, but I messaged Jones Geckos on the email between me and him with Morph Market. And he tried to blame it on his 2-year-old son. He said his 2-year-old son, must have taken the box before he was done with the box. So of course I'm left to assume that 2-year-old boy, smart as a whip, because not only did he take the box that his dad wasn't done with yet, but he closed it up and he taped it and he sent it out. That's what I'm left to assume. Because if a 2-year-old or any child takes the box with a live animal in it and you're not paying attention to it, that's not good. That shows the lack of care for your animals. Not only does that show the lack of care for your animals, but the weight shows lack of care for your animals. There should be no reason why a 6-year-old animal should be less than 50 grams. Again, when it comes to this species, obviously for other species it's way different, but for this species, a 6-year-old female should not weigh less than 50 grams. You should not list on Morph Market that your animal is 48 grams if your animal is actually barely 40 grams. So, with that being said, be careful, once again, buying online. Definitely make sure you check out reviews. Definitely ask all the questions that you can. If you go to Morph Market, make sure, I've learned the hard way, make sure that you use the correspondence through Morph Market. There might be some legitimate people that would like you to go to their website, make the purchase there, and that's fine. Sometimes they'll try to communicate on that website, which is fine. Personally, I resort back to Morph Market. Recently, I actually just purchased something, and I will be getting it tomorrow. But they wanted to correspond through their website and their email, and I went back to the correspondence on Morph Market just because if there's a problem, I'm able to report it and dispute it with Morph Market as well as PayPal. But Morph Market, if they feel that something is red flaggy, then they'll obviously handle it. I've had that situation happen with even the rhino iguanas. By the way, we are still dealing with that with the rhino iguanas. And dude had 3 days, I think 2 days ago, I think it was yesterday, I was told 3 days by PayPal, dealing with that. I'm going to wait and see how that goes, and worst case scenario, either way, just because I feel like I need to let everybody know, I need to let future purchasers, future buyers, whatever, know about this individual as well. So, that's what we're doing. we're going to start doing reviews. If you guys want to see reviews on people who we've gotten animals from, let's do, I guess we can do 2 different categories. We can do shipped animals and local animals. So basically animals that are not shipped, but in a separate category. Animals that are shipped, for instance, like the rhino iguanas, the species that I'm talking about today, and even the other 2 species coming in later on. Those can be 2 different categories. It could be 1 category. Let me know how you guys want to see it in the comment down below. They'll be in playlists, not categories, sorry. But could be 1, could be 2. However you guys want to see it, let me know, and then we can even start making those videos for that playlist, as we've already received some animals that will be in said playlist or playlists. But okay guys, take care. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and I'll see you before Christmas. All right, love y'all.